has sent us a recording. So I'll play the recording during the session. Okay, last week we were discussing about agentic AI, and also Siloshan explained about neural networks. Today, the main topic is natural language processing, but I'll show some tools related to natural language processing, and Siloshan will explain on how it really works. More details about natural language processing. So today also I'll continue about agentic AI, but specifically related to natural language processing. And also specific to the medical domain. I'll explain some examples related to some of the use cases related to you. So you all know about what is agentic AI, and we discuss about a specific tool also. That tool is called N8N. If I again remind you about what is agentic AI. So you can think of as an agent that is like a human agent, like a customer service agent. And there are agents like that if you think about a human. So we can create agents similar to that. But the specialty about these AI agents are, those are autonomous agents, and we can use to automate our workflows using these type of agents. So the agents also have, like us, it has a brain, so we can explain it as the large language. You can think of it as large language model. You all know about large language models now, like ChatGPT, and there are a lot of large language models like Gemini, Claude, and instructions. So AI agent consists of both of these components, brain and instructions. So you have to give an input to an agent, and using the brain and the instructions that are called system prompts, we can define system prompts, and then we can get an output. And the special thing about agent is there are tools, so you can integrate tools into it. So otherwise it's like just like a large language model. So you can get the things done from a large language model also if you have only this part. Okay, we talk about N8N, so I'm not going to discuss about it right now, but I have included this one to recap what we have done last week. So when we give a chat message, the example that we have done last week, when we give a chat message, the agent were able to create an email, generate an email and send to some person, right? So we can use that chat because it is integrated with the large language model. So we can select what is the large language model that we can use. So we can give the chat messages uh, in order to generate a content, and that content can be emailed in to some person. So that is a very simple example that we have done last week. So we can do very complex things using N8N but I am not going to use N810 today, but I'm going to explain a similar tool which is easier than N810. Because in here you have to add these nodes and you have to do some kind of configurations in order to generate an output or get something done or automate a workflow. So because of that, I introduce you Lutra AI. You can try it out with me if you have your laptop with you. I'll explain how you can do that, because Lutra is I found when I was um, analyzing about uh, agentic tools, I found that Lutra is the easiest one, and without um, paying, there is a version that you can use freely. So because of that, it is easier for us to use it right now. If you are happy with the tool, then you can make a payment and go for a better version. All right. So Lutra AI is a no-code tool. So when we talk about agentic AI platforms, there are platforms that we have to write codes and do some kind of development in order to create a application like this. So example is LangChain. So we have you know about LangChain already, uh, but in there you have to do some little bit of coding in order to get something done. There are some other tools like that, other platforms. You have to do a lot of work, but no code platforms are easier for you to use straight away. Lutra is very special in that case. Here, you just have to give your instructions from uh, natural language. So then it can understand your instruction and automate the workflow that you want. Okay. Okay. Here I have put some of the platforms which can be recommended for healthcare, but I can't say these are, because I didn't do a deep analysis about these tools. I also took this part from ChatGPT. So it gave me this analysis, and like Lutra, there are some other platforms. All these platforms are no-code platforms. So all these platforms are easier for you to configure in order to automate your workflow. So Lutra is special because you can give the natural language prompt to it, and it's secure platform. Uh, but I don't know to which extent. So you might have to investigate on that. If you have an interest in these tools, I also can help to uh, go deep into these tools and find more details. And N810, the last one, that is also there. The Make Flowwise Relevance AI, I have tried out, but the Lutra was the most interesting and easiest one. Yeah, and that is the one which is more related to NLP, natural language processing part, that we are going to discuss today. So I have selected that one. And also you can use the recommended use cases, most of the tasks which are related to clinical documentation. So you can use this tool for that purpose. Okay, the key features of Lutra. is natural language workflow creation. So that is what is special about it. And integration. So you can integrate it with many platforms like Google Workspace, GitHub, Airtable, LinkedIn, and there are more. So like N8N, here also there's that facility is there. You can integrate it with many tools, and you can create custom workflows like data extraction from emails, PDFs, and websites. So those kind of tasks. And security, that is SOC2. I don't know much about SOC2, but I have put this slide. This information also I found from internet. Yeah, which is called System and Organization Controls 2. It is a data protection um, uh, it is a security compliance developed by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants. That is for designed to evaluate the data protection controls, specifically in the technology and the cloud-based companies. So I think this is special and worth to read more about this thing. So because this is special, this is particularly for sensitive customer information. So we have that concern because we are considering the patient data. So we can check whether this is a good one for us. And I have put some application areas in healthcare, which we can use Lutra. So this we can use this to automate clinical documentation. We have a lot of unstructured data in healthcare, so we can turn those records into structured record using this tool. So we can reduce a lot of manual entries by using Lutra. And also we can use this for patient communication. We can send personalized messages to emails to patients, and we can do follow-ups using the tools like calendar, Google Calendar, and mm, especially in the healthcare related to healthcare for doctors. I think this is important because they have to communicate always with patients and have to keep the patient engagement always. And also another area is to extract medical data from the documentation like PDF documents, medical reports, lab reports and all. And also in streamline the insurance claiming process, we can use Lutra to create automation workflows. And here I have put the example workflow that we can use Lutra. We can create a workflow to summarize all emails from patient about medication issues last week. So maybe a doctor or a coordinator might have received a lot of emails from patients or the administrative staff, maybe. So analyzing all these emails, the Lutra can create a report in maybe in an Excel sheet or a document. So this example workflow explain the process happening inside the technical part. So it interprets the instruction to identify the task scope and requirements. and then generate the code. So this Lutra generate a code. We can see the code also in the tool, but we are not writing a code. So it will access and filter relevant emails from Gmail first, and then extract patient information related to medication issues. So even though there are thousands of mails, it can find relevant mails. And then according to the instructions that we are giving, it can extract only the relevant information and then summarize the findings and compile the summary into reports. And it can store the reports also in a Google document, spreadsheet, or any other tool that we specify, if that is supported by Lutra. And then it execute the code to perform the task. So I'll show how it happens. So here is another use case. When a new email arrives, this is something related to what I'm going to do today. This is a similar use case, but not exactly the same. When, let's say it is a coordinator or a doctor, receive an email to Gmail and with the label patient notes. Extract the patient name, date of visit, symptoms, diagnosis, treatment plan, and follow-up requirement. These details are available in the mail. So then add this information as a new row in a Google Sheet named clinic patient. So the name of the Google Sheet is clinic patients. Actually, this is the instruction that I am going to give to the tool. That's why I have written it like this. So the tool can understand this. So if follow-up is required, create a Google Calendar event for 7 days later, title follow-up appointment for patient name. So then it will create a event in the Google Calendar after 7 days. From today, after 7 days, this should happen. And email the patient a reminder. So all these things will be done by the tool. So it will be done when new email arrives. Right? So the email should contain these information. So I'll show it, then you will understand what it is. So for this, I'll use these tools. You should have access to Gmail. So you have to have a Gmail account, and then you have to give required permission also. I'll show it to you. And also we will use Google Sheets, Google Calendar, and so to send the emails, we will use Gmail. So before going to this slide, I'll show you how the tool works. You can search Lutra. If you have laptops, can you do this with me? Then you will be able to Lutra, type Lutra AI. You will be able to understand this very well if you are following it with me. So can you go to your browser and type Lutra AI? Let me share here. link with you. Here, first of all, I'll show you the pricing information as well, because before logging to the system, go to the price tab. Here, there is this pricing tab. Okay, in the free version, you have 15 messages per day. Otherwise, you have to go for the other packages. So I think this is going to be a really useful tool for you all. So first, let's try out the free version. And then click on login button and then sign up with Google. Can you all follow this with me?
Okay.
If there is a question, just stop and ask, then I can explain. So sign up with Google. So I have many uh, demo accounts. So I think you can follow me, right? So I selected my account and then it is asking for me to continue. But don't think about these names because I tested this tool a lot of times, and two of my Google accounts, the credit is over of all those accounts. So I use some of my testing account. So you have to put your name here and then continue. You have to fill up these informations. It's not a big thing. It'll ask what you are working on. So I think that is not mandatory. And it'll ask, how did you hear about us? So I found it from YouTube. Uh, and then this is important, the integration. What kind of integrations you are going to use? So there are known stuff here, Gmail, Google Calendar, because for this example, we need Gmail and Google Drive, Google Sheets. When you improve the tool, you might need Google Docs as well. And there are a lot of other tools. Now I'm not going to use those tools, but anyway, you can, whatever the tools that you might think that you are going to use in future, you can select. Airtable also you might select to store data. Okay. And select these tools and then continue. Finish. No need to add the LinkedIn profile. You can just finish. Okay. Here it is. Now you can just click somewhere else, then that window will disappear. Uh, could you proceed up to this level, or do you have any problem? Um, Go to chats. From left side menu, you can select chats. Then you will see this one by default. Also, you can see the chat window. So this is simple as that. all the large language models that you have used so far have a chat box like this. So you give your prompt and then you can get the output. Same way you can do this, but you have to remember this is not a large language model like Claude or ChatGPT or anything. This is something different. This is a agentic AI tool, but inside a large language model is integrated, but we are not going to uh, use the facilities of a large language model because this is not trained like large language models like ChatGPT or anything. This is specifically designed to automate workflows as this as all the tools can be integrated and get some task done. So this is something different. So in this case, you also have to specify in ChatGPT, you are able to ask questions from ChatGPT in in diagnosis as well. So here it is not advisable to do those kind of things. If you ask questions, it will respond, but there is no trained model as such, which is having a capacity like ChatGPT. So, if you want to do diagnosis or if you are going to integrate to this tool, that diagnosis part, then there are ways. So there is a way that you can integrate this tool, Lutra, with the large language model you wish, like OpenAI or some other model. You can integrate to this one, but still you have the problem. Like the purpose of this is to work with these tools and automate something. For that purpose, you have to, it is not enough to integrate LLM. You have to have MCP as well, Model Context Protocol, which allows access to external tools like Gmail and all. So that is some other topic. Or when we are going to improve the tools that we develop using this tool, we can think about that. Okay, in here I am going to give a simple input first of all before going to create an agent. And you have to look at this also. I have 15 messages per day and 0. I haven't used any yet, so anything yet. So I have to carefully use this 15. I'll give a prompt like, can you show me last 5 minutes? Let me see. This is not related to my agent, but just a question. It shows the code also. It is generating a code inside. Okay. It is asking me to, in order to find the emails, I have to connect to Google API. So click here. Follow the instruction given and then continue. It already has some access because I might have used this earlier. Otherwise, it will give you some checkboxes to select the access it wants. So select all those checkboxes and then continue. So somehow you have to give the access to your emails. If you are using your personal email at the end of the sessions, I'll show you how to remove those credentials that you have used for this site. my recommendation is that you have to create a demo account for this purpose, or keep some other Gmail account other than your personal account. Okay, it has retrieved 5 emails from my email mailbox. These are the 5 last emails. Okay. And it's like that. Contains 5 messages. These are the 5 messages, so I can access these messages from here. And I can see a summary kind of thing also. So this is a simple instruction that I have given. And there are things you can do, the things like let's say you want to find some information from a website which is related to a website which has research articles, or you are searching on something for your education work maybe. So then you can specify, give your prompt, it will search all the details in the web. And if you want to track it to somewhere, if you want to write it to some document, you can specify as in natural language. Then it will create, it will analyze everything and create a nice document for you. And another example, if you want to find, let's say, what are the top hospitals in Sri Lanka, find those hospitals and their contact numbers and track it into a Excel sheet. Then it will create a Google sheet, because you are linked to your Google account now. So it can create a Google sheet by adding all these details in a structured way. The name of the hospital, contact number of the hospital, and the website of the hospital, something like that. So in that way, it is very easier for you to find the information available in the web and track it into a document. So like before, you don't have to go through one by one through the website and find the details that you want. If you specify the structure, it will do it for you. Here, now I'll go to my example use case. So that is not the one that I have shown earlier. I have structured it little bit, something similar, but I have structured it properly. This is the input instruction that I am going to give. When a new email arrives in Gmail with subject patient notes, extract the following details from the email body. For example, use case that you can use this is when a patient come to you, if you open the email and track all these details, write all these details like this, you write all the details, patient code, patient name, email address, and the most important thing is symptoms, diagnosis, treatment plan, and all these details you will note down like this. And then you can copy this thing and you can send an email. That email you can send to the email address that you are using integrated with that tool. So the tool will receive the email with these details. Then the tool can use those details and create a Google Sheet with the information that you have included in the email. So the email will contain these information. So this is the email content. This is the instruction that I am going to give to the tool. When a new email arrives in Gmail with subject patient notes, extract the following details from the email body. So in the email body, these fields with the data should be there. So there's another instruction. If the Google Sheet name clinical patient doesn't exist. So I put this because if you once you created the Google Sheet, it doesn't have to create again and again. Once it is created, the first time, only the first time it will be created. The next time you do the same thing because this is to automate something. So you can trigger this instruction to happen in a certain time. For example, every day around 5 p.m. if you specify the tool in the tool, if you specify it to be happen every day at 5 p.m., then it will trigger at that time. So because of that, this you have to carefully specify that the document exists. It shouldn't sorry, not the document, the patient record already exists. You shouldn't include the same patient record again. That also you have to specify. The Google Sheet also, if it is not created yet, you have to create it. So that's why this instruction is given. If the Google Sheet named clinical patient that doesn't exist, create it with the following column. If it is existed already, then check it will check whether these columns are available. If these columns are not available, one or more columns are not available, then it will create the missing columns as well. So this instruction is to create the Google Sheet and the columns of the Google Sheet. And also we can put a similar statement like if the patient already exists, I haven't put it here, then patient code already exists. Don't create a patient with the same code. Instead, update the patient details. If you are updating the details, then it has to be updated. And also we can do for further modifications like symptoms, diagnosis, and treatment. You can keep in a separate file also. That is an improvement. First of all, we will see what is happening if we give this prompt. I'll go to this part later. I copy this one. I am going to give it to it as an instruction. So it shouldn't be the same format like this. You can write anything, but I wrote it like this with the help of ChatGPT. I created this one, okay, and then execute. Yeah, the next part is if follow-up required, it will create a calendar event. Okay. Right. Now it is creating the code. I don't have any email like that. So it will trigger when an email received. Actually, it will not triggered automatically when the email received. You have to execute it. I'll show it to you. Right. In here also, it is asking me to. So the other thing is you have to read these instructions. it is asking, sometimes it is asking questions, sometimes it is waiting till we are giving our input. So in this case, it is asking for us to give the access to API. So I will select my account and I will give the access. Select all, I gave all the access and then continue. Yeah, it says found 0 Google Sheets because I gave the instruction, if the Google Sheet is there, use it. But it is not there. Because of that, it is creating the sheet with the name clinical patient and with the columns. Right, it is created. Okay, it is asking again the access. We have to give access to the all the Gmail and also the API access. Okay, if you want, now it has done that part. The system now ready to process new emails with the subject patient known as they arrive. Since we didn't find any matching emails during our test run, there's no data in the spreadsheet yet. It couldn't fill the spreadsheet because in my email there is no emails with the subject patient notes. So if you have couple of mails with that subject, it will go through all the emails and it will fill this Excel sheet. Okay, if you want to create a test email to send like this, including these details, it will create, but I'll use my one because it will create dummy data. I want the data, some actual data. I'll change some of the email addresses. Okay, we'll keep it as it is. I have used this email address as the patient email address and these email addresses as the doctors and coordinators email addresses. But that part we haven't automated yet. So I will straight away copy this and create an email. The subject should contain patient note. Uh, since this is a automation task, we have to create a playbook in order to automate this. So here there is this create playbook button. So then only it will create the automation task. Extract patient information from email with subject. It will create instructions to play again and again. And it has been given the instructions like this. So check if the Google Sheet with name exists, not create one. So every time these instructions will be executed. So that is the idea behind the playbook. And search for unread emails. Add each patient's information as a new row. Make the processed emails as a read and apply processed label to them. Return the count of emails. Okay. Then now it is asking whether you want to create a new playbook. Now it's creating the playbook. If you are not happy with this playbook, you can edit that, but you just have to give this create playbook option. It will go through the history and it will realize what should be done in order to automate this task. So I am okay with what is specified. So that's why I said okay. Okay, now the playbook is ready to use. So you can find the playbooks created from here. Under the chat, your chat messages goes. Under the playbooks, you can see the playbooks that you have created. Okay. Now this playbook is there. So you can execute it at any time. So I created, I clicked on the run button. So now it is executed. Okay, it will do step by step. It found already a Google Sheet because in the earlier step it is created. And then one message, it found only one message that is correct because in my email there is only one email with the patient title, patient notes. So now it is reading that one message and then extracted 10 items. In that email, there are 10 items to be extracted and include in the Excel sheet. So it is appended one rows and labeling the email with processed, removing unread. Okay, playbook extract patient notes to sheet has completed. Okay, it found these details. Right. Okay, now it is added to my Excel sheet. Right. So that is automated. So if you have many emails like that, then you can, when you execute this playbook, open the playbook, and when you execute it, it will go through all those emails and will create a nice Excel sheet for you. And here all the steps are also explained. Right. And under the activity, under the code, you can find the code which is related to this one. And if you want, you can schedule this to be happen every day at a certain time. I didn't check this functionality, but the purpose is to have this playbook is to schedule something and get it done, or either you can manually execute. Then you can execute the whole batch at once and get what you want. Okay, here if I specify daily, specify the time of the day, then schedule, then it will be executed at that time every day. Okay, now I can see my Excel sheet from here. So I think you all know about these things. If you have a Gmail account, you have this Google Drive. When you go to Google Drive, you can find your documents. Here now in my drive, this document has been created, clinical patients. So you have this Excel sheet now. You can maintain it with the patient names. So I think if you want to create, you might want to create a separate record for patients, like to track all the patient details. So every time when he comes to the clinic, you can update that document also in the same way. You can ask, you can write instruction to update all the symptoms, diagnosis, treatment information, and all in a separate document. You might maintain that with the patient code, probably. So when you want, you can um, uh, extend this tool to read that document also when the patient comes for the next clinic. And then you can configure uh, so you can get those information from the document, that is specific document uh, of that person, and ask the tool to summarize the information available in that document. In that way you can get most important information which are related to this patient during the session that you are having with the patient. So, and there are a lot of other things you can automate related to this one, like planning the calendar events. So let me show you that part as well. So in the same, I'll try it in the same chat. So we did only up to this, but we can say, we can ask the tool to create calendar events if the follow-up required is yes. So in my data, if I have put follow-up required yes, then it will, because follow-up is needed, then calendar event will be created in order to remind after 7 days. And also we'll send an email to the patient email address with the subject your follow-up appointment. So I have given the email format as well. In this format, hi, patient name. We hope you are recovering well. Please schedule your follow-up appointment here and put whatever the, if you have a system, appointment planning system or anything, then you can specify the URL here. So go there and plan your appointment. And regards coordinator or doctor or whoever who is doing this. And also add a copy to the coordinator email address. Something like that we can do. So now it needs the access to the Google Calendar because it has to plan an appointment in the calendar. Yes, it is asking to create the follow-up appointment. You have to give the access. Okay. So you don't have to do this part by part. In order to explain, I did it like that. You can straight away give this, you create this kind of instruction and feed it to the tool. Then it is easier. Um, Update the existing extract patient notes to sheet. Playbook with the follow function. Would you like me to create a plan to update the existing playbook with these new features? Let me go for that option. I don't know what's going to happen. So anyway, now I am going to update my playbook. Um, then I can automate the entire thing using one playbook. I'll create a new playbook anyway. It is easier than updating the existing one. So you have to try this out and be familiar with that because since the morning today I tried certain things. When you are editing, it is difficult. So once you create the final thing, then it is easier for you to execute at once and automate. Otherwise, you have to carefully divide it into parts and create your agents accordingly. Sorry, create your playbooks accordingly. Okay, it says it is ready to use. Let me create another data set. And send an email. So there will be two records then. I have received the record of another patient. Now there are only two records in my email. Now I am manually executing it, but you can try out the scheduling part found on Google Sheet. Yeah, the second record was inserted to the sheet. And here also it is shown. Now it is not asking for the permission because it is given already. Right now Google Calendar is shown here, right? So earlier in my earlier prompt it was not there. So now it is Gmail content for one message, because one message is there. There was another, the other record was also already inserted. There was only one record which is new. So only the second one is inserted. And then calendar event is created. And the follow-up email is sent to this email. To kalpani@gmail.com is patient. This is patient port. This is the patient name. So to the patient, an email has been sent. And this calendar, this is doctor's calendar. Here the event is created. Okay. Created calendar event follow up on May 15th. Created. Okay. Created an email drafted to notify the patient about their appointment. Mark the email as processed. Okay. So let me check. Yes, I found this email with this information. This is the email kalpani@gmail.com email. That is the patient. Patient got this follow-up email with the calendar event. So it is easier for the patient to follow up in that case. And also, this is doctor's browser. He got, oh, sorry. Let me go to the calendar. Let me go to the calendar. This is the first time I am logging to the calendar in this email. That's why I'm getting these messages. Okay. Anyway, after 7 days, it is planned. This is my appointment, which is planned in my Google Calendar. So since I gave the permission to the tool, it can do anything with my Google stuff, Google Calendar, Google email, and everything. Okay, now I have the doctor also, doctor or the coordinator has this event in his calendar. So it will get the notification when the appointment is closed by, if he has configured. Yeah, 30 minutes before the notification will be given. Okay. And this is my mailbox. Let me go to my instruction again. Okay. Now, if follow-up is required, yes, here the follow-up is required. That's why this part is happened. So the event was created for 30 minutes with this title and the description, and email is sent to the patient by the coordinator. So coordinate the things within the brackets, the values are taken from here. The name of the coordinator is Dr. Robert. Coordinator's email address is this one. This is patient's email address. So it will send an email to the patient's email address. So in that way, the instructions will be followed. So the same way, if you want to send an email to family doctor, you just have to mention in here, send a copy to family doctor as well. Add the CC to family doctor or something like that. And you can change this instruction as you wish. Then you can improve this workflow. So as I told you, if you need to create separate folders for patients, you can do that. And the next visit, you can write another instruction like this to open those folders and summarize those information for you. And you can do various things like that. Okay, and there is another thing. So don't think these things are difficult. I created the entire thing with the help of ChatGPT. Yeah, see this one? Here I told ChatGPT to create something like this. I had a chat with ChatGPT and asked it to, I gave instructions to update my, okay, I told ChatGPT to give me instruction to paste manually into load trials. No, I asked from how, give me a step-by-step guide how to work with Lutra. And then it gave me instructions like this. But initially it was not that correct. Then later I told ChatGPT that there is a problem. There is no create workflow button option. So it asked me to give the entire prompt, like entire instruction like this from natural language. Then you can give it like exactly like this, but ChatGPT could format that one for me like this. Final instruction to paste into Lutra AI. So I gave my idea initially. Then it created a nice instruction like this. So I told to improve it at the patient email address too. So because my workflow is different, not the same, then I told it to add this part as well. Like that, finally I got the entire instruction created by ChatGPT. So the same way you can do it. At the end, I wanted to draft the email also like this because I can't type these things manually. So I told it to create me. Now it asked from me whether you want the email template layout as well. Then I said yes. It created this also for me, but it created it with the dummy email address. So I changed it to my real ones. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Uh, so I think that's it. Related to this one, you have to do experiments with this. There are some other options here. You can see all the tools available, which can be integrated with Lutra. And you can ask from ChatGPT how to do that. Then it will clearly explain better than I am explaining to you. And activities. Under the activities, it will show all the activities that you have done. From here, you can find the chat, all the history you can find from here. Yeah. Okay, now I have spent 9 out of 15. And there is another thing. Once you have done this, if you want to remove the Google access that you have given, you can do it. For the third-party apps, I have used my Google for many apps, but this is my demo account. Here also, this demo account also I have used for Lutra, and it will show you what are the areas that you have given access. So you can remove the access from here if you don't want to do that. Go to detail, then you can remove all the access. So in that way, you can clean everything. I will share that link also. If you do this with me, if you did this with me, then if you don't want to keep it, you can straight away remove. But there is no harm, but if you don't want to keep it, you can remove. Okay. And I have my slides. Okay, I'll explain little bit about this one quickly. Okay, how Lutra uses NLP. So I told you Lutra, I selected Lutra because there are a lot of NLP, big NLP part in Lutra other than um, the machine learning stuff and models, large language models or anything. So in here, Lutra can interpret natural language instructions uh, and it can convert it to executable tasks. So as an input, user says, summarize all emails from patient about medication issues last week and create a report. Behind the scene, Lutra used the NLP to understand entity like emails, patient, and medication issues. And also it passed the date range. When you say last week, it can understand what is last week. So identify the desired action. Action, summarize and report. So when we say summarize and report, it can understand the result. It fetches relevant email via Gmail API. When we give the access to API, it can fetch the relevant information and uses an LLM to generate summaries. Yes, there is a inbuilt LLM. So not like N8N. In N8N, we were able to specify the large language model. Here we can't do that, but there is, as I told you before, there are ways that we can do. But here the purpose is not leveraging the capabilities of LLM. Automatically creates a report in Google Docs and Sheet. That is the result. So as it understands the instruction uh, using its NLP capabilities, it can give this result. And information extraction from text. So I told it to extract patient name, diagnosis, discharge date, and these things extracted and filled in a structured table like Google Sheet. And automated categorization and tagging. Looter can classify messages, emails, reports into categories using NLP models. So tag patient feedback as positive, neutral, or negative. So those things can be done using NLP. So in the next recording that Solution has sent, you will understand these things, these taggings. Looter does process each messages, uses sentiment analysis to classify, store tags in a column next to the feedback. Okay, let's move on to the recording that I have shared some use cases. I'm not going through this right now. These are the use cases of NLP, not related to the tool that we have done in general, related to NLP. What are the application areas that, what are the use cases of NLP? So there is a lot. You can find this information from ChatGPT as well. Okay. So thank you everyone. Let me share now the recording that Silo has sent. So otherwise, I am running out of time. So before that, let me know whether you understand what I have done today, or is it useful for you?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share the NLP recording. Can you hear the recording? Hello? I am
No,
playing. Hello?
No, we can't.
no, we can't.
Can't. Okay.
Natural language processing. Hi everyone.
Now you can hear, right? Hello?
Yes. Yeah, we
Okay.
can.
Okay. Let me play it again.
Hi everyone. In the last two lectures, we discussed about the neural network. Then we discussed about CNN. And today's lecture, we are going to discuss about natural language processing. Right. In the today lecture, we discuss about some theoretical part of the natural language processing. If we and probably in the next lecture, I will do some of the practical things. But today is mostly I am discussing about the theoretical part of the natural language processing. Right? Okay. So first, let's try to understand what is natural language processing. Okay. So, the natural language processing is a branch of the artificial intelligence, right? And that provide computers to capability of understanding the text and the spoken word by the human, right? The same way the human being can, right? So, and the other part is this process is incorporate some machine learning models, then statistic and deep learning models into the computational linguistics, right? uh, that is mean the rule-based modeling of the human language to allow computers to understand the text and spoken words, right? So, and as you know, the computers usually communicate in 1 and 0, right? Then the process but as you know that the natural language is different than this. We need to find out the way to change this natural language to the media which computers can understand. So this is the process we refer as a natural language processing, right? Okay. So it's okay. So before we go in deep about the natural language processing, let's why this is why we to understand why we need the lengthy process for the to understand natural language is some ambiguities in the media what we are usually speaking, right? So example, so mainly there are three ambiguities we are talking about, right? The first one, see this word sentence. The first sentence is she is looking for a match. So there are two meanings, right? So either she is looking for a match, maybe the cricket match, maybe the football match, or maybe she is looking for a exact match to marry, maybe, right? And the fisherman went to the bank. So maybe it's a fish bank, or maybe it's a bank which need to put the money. So there are two meanings. See the next couple of examples. The chicken is ready to eat. Either chicken is ready, or the either a person who is going to cook the chicken, right? So we don't know. So likewise, the same meaning. You can see visiting relatives can be boring. So maybe, so if someone is coming to the home is boring, or the visiting to the other place is so boring. So there are couple of meanings, right? The same way, see this, the last one. The boy told his father the thief. He was upset. Who is upset? Maybe the thief, or maybe the father, right? So based on based on the without thinking about the entire the sentence or the entire the discussion, it is very difficult to find out the meaning of the sum of the sentence what is speaking by the human. So that's why this NLP come into the picture as a process, right? As a process, right? So there are a lot of things to solve. So if we get a kind of the paragraph which talking by the human, so there are a lot of ideas we can get it, right? So to get the correct idea, we need to process and feed to the computers, right? Okay, so let's move on. So in the NLP, if you look at this graph, the NLP is a combination of three domains, right? The first domain is the computer science, right? It's a part of the computer science, as well as it's a part of the AI, and also it's a part of the human language. So the combination of all three is the NLP, right? So and there are when we talking about the steps of the natural language processing, mainly there are 7 steps, right? There are 7 steps, right? So first step is text acquisition, then the second step is text pre-processing, then third step is synthetic analysis. Then the fourth step is semantic analysis. Then the fifth step is discourse analysis. Then pragmatic analysis. Then NLP output. Right. So we will discuss all these steps one by one. Okay. So the first step is text acquisition, right? The text acquisition is nothing but how we can collect the raw data, or the raw language, or maybe the natural language from the source, right? So for that we can use maybe the microphone, or maybe we can use the email, or maybe the web pages, chat messages, or any of thing we can get from all these sources. We can get the input data, right? So the first step is the collecting data from the input source, right? Okay, so for when it's come to the audio, so probably usually what we do is in audio we transcribe that to the text in the primary level thing. So we transcribe into the text, then we do the processing part, right? So the second step is before we analyze this text, right? Before we go to the text, we should clean it up, right? So just like a proofreading a document, right? So then we do some sort of other subtasks under this task, right? Tokenization and removing some stop word. Likewise, we do some subtasks, right? So I have listed all those subtasks here, some of the subtasks, but when it's come to the practical scenario, we might follow either one or maybe the all. So the first one is the lexical analysis. Lexical analysis, nothing but the tokenizing the sentence. I will discuss all these details later slide to get a better understanding. Then we, during the text preprocessing, we do the lower casing, then we remove the stop word, then we are stemming, then we are removing the noises. So likewise we do some step to clean it out the input data, right? So in this slide I have included some content to understand all the subtasks coming under the step 2, which is the text pre-processing. So the lexical analysis is that nothing but it's a dividing the text to the smaller chunk, right? So let's say example, if the text is he goes to college, then during the lexical analysis we are splitting it to the 4 smaller chunk, word by word, right? And we usually tell this as a tokens, right? So in the next slide also you can see so once we split up things, we will call that part as a token. So we can this once we split up this part, we can call this process as a tokenizing. So you can see the stars are twinkling at the night. So there are 4 parts, there are 6 tokens here after the tokenization part. Then when it's come to the para, so we can do, instead of dividing the word by word, when it's come to the paragraph, we can divide it as a divide the paragraph into the smaller sentence, right? So and also we have the another subtask under pre-processing is a segmentation, which we can divide the sentence into the meaningful parts, right? So here the idea, the complete sentence is the sky is clear, the stars are twinkling at night, So we have divided into the two part, right? So the other subtask is the removing stop word. So you can see the stars are twinkling at the night. So if we extract only the important words while removing the others, we have only 3 words, right? So the rest of what we usually tell that as a stop word, right? We call those words as a stop word. So that's so usually stop word will not give the like the heavy weight to the sentence for the most cases. For some cases there are some meaning changes, but the most of the time the stop word will not give the high weight to the meaning of the sentence. So we can remove those stop word, right? Then we can then there is another process in the pre-processing task called stemming. During the stemming, what we do is that we are finding the base word of the what do you call uh, of the word, right? Example, so if the word is skipping, the base word of that word is the skip, right? If the word is skipped, then the base word of that one is skipped, right? So likewise we are finding the base word of from the words, and we have another process, lemmatization. During that process we find out the what do you call that's also the base new the base form of the word, right? Okay, so I'm not going to explain more details about this stuff, because we just wanted to the only idea is this lecture is to give some understanding and give some the base knowledge about the NLP. So since because of that I'm not going to discuss about the more details about the NLP, right? I will just discuss about some basic details, right? Okay. The next step is synotic analysis. In these steps, help machine to understand grammatical structure, right? Just like like the dog barks has a subject and the verb, but the NLP system do this rule and tags, right? So what is the subject and what is the verb? Likewise it is identifying the part of the speech, right? Okay. So if we dig about that process further, so the basic idea of this process is to understand the well-formedness of the paragraph, right? For an example, he see this sentence is Dilli goes to him, right? This will be rejected because this don't have a proper well-formedness, right? And if you look at this picture, you can see how during the process how the sentence is split into the smaller chunks. So we call this we tag this sentence at a determiner, then the noun, then the verb, adjective, preposition, then noun. So likewise we tag this process, tag this the sentence to the various part to understand the machines properly, right? So the first step is semantic analysis, right? Okay, so this is where the system starts to extract the real meaning, right? In this process, the system extracts the real meaning, that is the name entity recognition is helping NLP to understand the 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 person, then the either it's the location, it's a place. So likewise, it's help to exactly understand the real meaning, right? So okay, so as an example, if you get this as an example, Barack Obama was born in Hawaii. So so this process helps to extract the person names, the locations, right? So which call the real meaning of the sentence, right? Okay. So the okay, so I have put some of the what do you call, some of examples here to better understand. Okay, so okay, so I have put another couple of lines to properly understand what is semantic analysis. Like this is this example: I hate hot ice cream, right? So as I said in previous slide, the semantic analysis is 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 the process which gives the real to process to gives the understand the real meaning of the sentence, right? So see this example: I ate hot ice cream, right? So this will be reject from this because this does not make sense actually. So ate hot ice cream, we know the ice cream always cold, but there are no hot ice cream, right? Because the ice cream is always cool. So either sentence should be corrected as I ate hot cream or something, or other or in the other way, I ate ice cream, right, without hot, right? So otherwise this sentence will be rejected, right? So and I have put another example, like you can see, colorless green idea. The colorless green idea, so that's also doesn't make sense, right? So because the green idea always green, right? So the colorless means the no color, right? So colorless green idea, like, it does not make sense, right? Okay. Either should be the green idea or is a colorless idea, right? And I have explained about the named entity tagging as well, like what is named entity tagging, and I have put some, I have introduced. Okay, so I have put some couple of points to understand what is name entity tagging. I will go a little bit about this name entity tagging. That is this is to introduce your machine to pop up culture preferences and everyday names by flagging names of movie important personalities, or the location, or maybe occur in the document, right? So that's simply like to understand like the important part of the given sentence or the document, that maybe the person, the location, maybe it's the quantity, or maybe it's the organization, or maybe the movie, right? So this name entity always extracts the very important information from the sentence to get the core idea of the sentence, right? Okay, so the fifth process is the discourse analysis, right? The discourse analysis is that this refers this step look at how sentence relate to each others, right? This if let's say, so if we have the combination of sentence, so this during discourse analysis, it checked how the sentence like relate to the other sentence, right? So if you get an example, I will show an example, like, okay, so when we write some sentence, we write that as a he wanted that something, right? So that means this that will combine another meaning of the sentence, the other sentence, right? So during this discourse integration or the discourse analysis, it's check whether the meaning of the other sentence as well, because the based on the meaning of the other sentence, probably the meaning of this, maybe let's get if you get an two sentence like called A and B, if maybe the based on the meaning of the sentence B, the sentence, the meaning of sentence A may be changed, right? So during this analysis, when they read the particular sentence, it will check the maybe the previous or the past sentence to get the exact idea, right? Okay. So the sixth one is pragmatic analysis. Okay, so the pragmatic analysis is where the machine learns to read between the lines, right? So until this we talk about the reading of the one sentence, so this is the reading between the two lines. Yes, right. It is about to understand why something is said and not just what is said, right? So example, can you open the door? It's a request or the question. This is not a question, right? This is a request, right? Likewise, it's help to understand about why something is said, right? Not just what is said, right? Some command and the tone of the sentence, all those will analyze it during the process, right? So okay, so I have put few more points to get a better understanding about the pragmatic analysis. Okay, so the actual effect of this text is discovered by applying the set of rules that characteristic cooperative dialogues, right? So as I said, this mainly focus about the action of the sentence, right? Whether it's a command or whether it's a request, or likewise it's analyze the sentence, the meaning, right? Okay. So the last one is, so once we done all these processes, the last step is the giving the NLP output. So once we process everything, the output we can do the various things. So either we can use it to the semantic analysis, or maybe the text classification, maybe as a chatbot response, or maybe the machine translation, or maybe summarization. So there are a lot of things we can do once done this processing part of the natural language, because once we done this processing part, the machine can actually understand what is the meaning of the given sentence, right? So inside that, so apart from the basic items what I discussed here, there are a lot of things when it comes to the practical scenario. There are a lot of things we are doing, but these are the basic steps we have to follow, or we should follow, when we processing the natural language, right? Okay, so from this slide onwards, I will discuss about some application and some other implementation we can use with the NLP. The first thing, there are popular natural language processors are the machine learning and the statistical inferences, right? the learning NLP procedure used during the machine learning. The machine learning process, we more in the NLP procedures we are widely using during the machine learning process, because you know that the nowadays the famous large language model like ChatGPT and others, the the those are built based on the concept, with the concept of the NLP, right? So there are some stuff, there are some core stuff we used in the machine language concept, and also the NLP also do the major role when process the input and the output data. So once you put some question, or once you ask some question to the GPT, it's always go through the what do you call uh, to the NLP process. So otherwise computers can't understand what the end user, or the front, what the person who is using that application is giving to get the output, right? Okay. Okay, so there are a lot of application we can see from the NLP. So first application you can see is the spell checking, or the grammar correction, or the autocorrect application, which we usually use the NLP technique. So you know that there are from the spell checking, you can see there are a lot of extension, lot of tools we can see nowadays. All those are used, the most of the thing use the natural language processing technique to understand the commands or the input, right, to give the proper output, right? So this is one side of application which usually use the NLP. And we can see some another type of application, which is image extraction type of applications. So extracting images or extracting text from the Google, Yahoo, Bing, or the other search engines. That for those tasks, or as well we use the NLP related application, because NLP can understand the content of the web page, so that it is then the data, if I am the person who is requesting data, so I can get the data properly, because if you use the NLP can understand what exactly in the website, right? Okay, so another few application, which is keyword search. So you know that in the previously when the searching webs are built based on the what do you call, the keywords, right? Keywords, based on the keywords. But nowadays you can see that gradually the SEO methods are changing to the NLP related stuff, right? Okay, so previously we used the keyword, but nowadays the concept is same, but the way it is searching in the meta part is it's going to gradually migrating from the rule based to AI based, right? Okay, so for during that process, the most of the algorithms are using the NLP, right? And the other thing is that semantic analysis. During the semantic analysis, so the once we get an output, we can understand whether this output is how I mean the what is the tone of the output, right? Whether it's a good one, whether it's a happy one, or whether it's the angry tone. Likewise, we can do the semantic sentimental analysis as well, right? Then we have speech recognition. This is one of the most important area which developed along with the NLP development. So speech recognition. So nowadays you can see the NLP helping to the live transcription as well. So when you talk in the maybe the English, it can generate the real-time output in the other language as well. So that's also powered by the process of the NLP, right? And other app the then another application is the advertisement matching. So you know that, so once you search something in the maybe the Facebook or maybe the Google, you can see the same set of set of advertisement again and again in the Facebook. That is like based on the keyword that you are searching, it is extracting the idea to the NLP, then it is finding out some other related advertisement to recommend you. So the most of the recommendation systems are you currently using the NLP to understand the what the the customers needs. So based on that, it will pop up some advertisements. So for that also, the most of the applications are using the NLP. The other thing is, the important area is the chatbot and the virtual assistant. So both of the cases you can see the nowadays. So most of the help desk chat boxes are turning to the AI mode, right? So the AI will always understand what the client is asking, or the customer is asking. So based on that, AI will respond while getting the idea of the query, right? Okay. Few more applications, right? Machine translation, as I said previously. Machine translation also using the NLP concept, and also question and answering type of works, like type some keyword and asking the question, is that also follow the natural language processing. Then we have text summarization. For the text summarization process as well, we use the NLP. Then as I said, the same thing, the machine translation here. So if you talk about the future of the NLP, okay, so I put some couple of points here. In the natural language processing, there are a lot of tools, or the toolkits you can see in the Python libraries and some of other libraries as well. The most famous one is the NLTK library, which you can use using the Python as well. There are a lot of sentences, there are a lot of the keyword, then stopper, then there are a lot of things. All the seven step what I discussed previously, a lot of steps we can do. We can try it out in the NLTK library. And other things which is usually improving with the NLP development is that the machines help with the NLP will able to learn from the information online and apply that in the real world, right? So nowadays, like the NLP is coming as a inbuilt application for the computers, right? So maybe it's as a maybe the chatbot, or as a maybe as a assistant. So it's coming as a support agent with the computers, which help the users to assist their day-to-day tasks that will be that is still developing. So it's probably you can see in the future computers, right? Okay. And I have put some natural languages versus computer languages, like some either difficulty or the either um, similarities or the other challenges, right? So uh, in the natural language, as I said, you can see the lot of the unclear areas, the different ideas, but based on that, but when it's come to the computer language, so even the idea is different. So after the processing of the NLP, it's give the proper idea. It should give the proper idea, so otherwise it's getting confused by the when it give the required output, right? Then if we get a redundancy of the redundancy side, so the natural language employs a lot of redundancies, right? But it's come to the computer language, the formal languages are less redundant. So that's that's the other part, right? Then likewise, the natural language are made for the idiom and the metaphor, but the formal language means exactly what they need and what they wanted to say. So the always computer need the direct actions, right? So we know that the what is the natural language. So why we need the natural language to create the direct instruction to the computer, so that then only the computers will give the better output. So otherwise it will always mislead the output, right? Okay, so there are a lot of advantages we can talk about when it's come to the NLP. NLP gives some we can ask and we can get some question directly within the second. So the NLP can help. NLP can extract the core idea from all the questions what we are asking, and as well as the NLP system provide answers to questions in the natural language. Okay, so then the other thing is NLP system offers exactly answers for the questions, no unnecessary unwanted information. So that's another advantage we can see. And the accuracy, always the NLP gives the best accuracy if you feed the accurate data. I always saying that if you feed the accurate data, then all the machine learning models, so whatever the process related to the machine will give the accurate output. That everything based on the data what we are feeding to the computer, right? And also allows you to perform more language, the base data. So other thing is that NLP is not based on English, right? So if it is whatever the language, maybe it's a Sinhala with the Tamil or with the Hindi, so the process very similar, the same process what we discussed in the previous slide we can apply to the language. There are no the same process we will follow even it's a singular. So but when it comes to stopper, maybe the process, the sentence, maybe the based on the language structure we will do some small changes, but the core concept is same for all the language when it comes to the natural language processing, right? Okay. And also I have put here some disadvantages. Okay, so for some of the so if when it comes to the NLP, for some of the complex queries, the system may not able to provide the correct answers. It's one of disadvantage. You can see that in the GPT as well. If we confuse too many ways when you asking some questions, so GPT will always screwed up the answers what he's giving, right? So the other thing is the system built for a single and specific task only. So it is unable to adapt to the new domains and the problem because of the limitation of the function, right? So uh, it's 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 always like let's say, so if you are doing the NLP process for the specific domain, it's always like is always limited to specific domain, right? So it's, as a human, it will not try to apply to the other domain. It's always covered with the same domain, right? If you need to the jump into the other domain, you have to do uh, uh, the process for that domain as well, right? So it will not work as a human, exactly human, but we need feed the data, right? Or we need to execute some additional task if you wanted to get some additional things, right? Okay. Then NLP system does not have a user interface, which lacks features that allow users to further interact with the system, right? So as I said, the NLP is always the back. It's kind of on the background work, right? So it will not give the user interface. Okay, so the user interface will always create by the application which use the NLP process, right? So it's okay. So this is kind of a process, right? So it's not give the any kind of the interface to interact with the human, right? Okay. So yeah, that's all for today lecture, right? That's all for today lecture. So I believe you got the better understanding about what is the natural language processing. So yeah, uh, so the idea of this lecture is to give some like increase your vocabulary, as I said previously, increase your vocabulary regarding the AI knowledge, and fine tune your AI domain knowledge, right? So I believe, I know that you will not probably test it out some language processing work, but I maybe some of you will try it out. You can try it out. So you can use the other sources like GPT and Gemini, whatever the LLM model to get done your work. But the core idea, the general idea is to improve the set of the domain knowledge, or of the AI related knowledge from the related to the NLP. Okay. uh, that's all for today. So probably during the next lecture, I will do some practical couple of things related to the natural language processing, and to show how we can split the data, how we can mm, process the to test it out, some of the example how we can do the 7 step what I have discussed in the slide. So yeah, so I believe you got a better understanding about the NLP. So if you have any question, so maybe we can discuss during the next lecture. Okay. So thank you everyone.
Hi everyone. Related to the question you asked, related to email, yes, there is always a security issue when you are sending an email, because you can't say it's secure. But as far as I know, with the patient, if the patient give the authority to send emails through authority to communicate with the patient through email, then uh, there is no uh, issue. Issue means the security issue is there, but like they are, it doesn't directly violate the laws like HIPAA. Based on that, I said it because patient give the authority, you can send emails, but I don't know it for sure because I have worked with such systems in hospital systems where they send emails to the patients. I think they are doing it based on that, but I am not 100% sure about it. So I think it's better if you find more about it in the medical domain. According to my knowledge, I can say only that related to emails, but platforms like Lutra and ChatGPT also. Can you all hear me? Hello?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the other platforms, when we talk about platforms, actually, as I specified during the sessions, they have specified some regulations, some of those, but we need to investigate more about those things as well. So when we talk about ChatGPT also, it says in some places it says working with ChatGPT also not that secure because in each of these tools which are available in cloud, we are exposing these sensitive data in some way publicly. So there is that risk always, but you know that when we are working with a lot of Google, Gemini, and Google provide some of the medical related products, but as far as I know, most of the people are using those products. So need to do a thorough investigation on what are the tools that we can use like that. But I read related to Lutra also. Uh, it has we have the ability to use that also with the regulations that they have mentioned. So that's why I told you in the session that we need to investigate more about that. So I selected Lutra to demonstrate to as a demonstration for the today's session. But I'm not going to recommend it for you without further investigation, without doing the investigation. And I can recommend you to use some of the tools by deploying those tools locally without having any trouble. Like the one that I have shown you, the DeepSeek, we can locally deploy, but that is also not specifically related to medical domain. That is not trained on medical data up to that level. But anyway, if we do an investigation, we can choose what are the platforms and tools that we can use like that. So the purpose was in here, the purpose was like demonstrating you what is NLP and the capabilities of this tool. That as we can use similar capabilities in the healthcare domain. This is not specifically defined for healthcare, this Lutra tool. So we need to read more about it. But I find Lutra is very much useful. So that is about the tools. If you ask about emails, that threat is already there as far as I know, even though the mail is encrypted, still there is a risk. So the unauthorized parties can get those information. So the another thing might happen when you are sending emails. By mistake, you can type someone else's email address, and someone else might get the email. So there are things like that. So and also there are ways that we can avoid when you are when we are using tools by doing masking and one of the system I have worked, they don't keep the name of the patients. They keep only anonymously name of the patient names. For certain patients, there are some patients who doesn't like to keep their details in the system. So there is a method that we followed to keep those information in high secure manner in the system also. So with these things, I think if you tell me what how I can help you in that regard, then I can do some investigations with the help of some other experts also, and by searching more about it. So, but the only thing is, don't the Lutra tool. There's nothing like that. I am recommending the tool, but just wanted to show it to you. Actually, I would like if you learn this tool, its capabilities, and how natural language works, and then if you try out creating something your own somehow in some way. Because there are some existing tools. I'm investigating on those tools as well. In Google, I found a lot of tools that we can use related to medical domain. So those are the cost and all. I don't know yet, but all the details that I find, I'll share with you. So yeah, specifically to the today's session, I found Lutra is good. Yes, please. You have to find about whether email sending is okay um, related to when we want to send patient data to outsiders like referring doctors and patients. Yeah. Okay. That's all for the today's session. Thank you very much for everyone. Do you have any other questions other than this?
So I have a question. If I want to develop some sort of, I'm doing a different sort of because I am doing a real-time analysis of the muscle waves. So I want to develop a sort of a AI model to analyze those waves. So in that case, in developing process, how can you contact one of you? Do you have can you provide us a number or something, or I don't whether is it okay to ask you during during this week or weekdays? So that sort of
Uh,
question I have.
okay. Muscle waves. I
So
have.
I'm doing. I don't know. I'm a new consultant, clinical neurophysiologist, analyzes EEG, brain waves, and as well as put in a needle to the muscle, and there is a monitor. It depicts different wave patterns. So
Uh-huh.
with use of the camera, I can capture those waves and whether basically whether I want to know whether it's a normal, abnormal. If it is abnormal, what sort of abnormality I can develop an algorithm and interpret it with
Okay.
training the data.
Okay.
So that sort of things I am trying to develop. So in that process, I want your help. I don't know whether someone can help in this process or whether you can provide us a contact number. Then I can contact one of you.
Okay. We can provide you all the support that we can give. You can contact us through Sanjay or our professor.
Can you text that number, one of you? Okay.
Okay, sure. Can you give me your contact number? Then we will contact you.
Yeah, not 777 422 400. Not 777
Okay.
422
Okay.
400.
400. Okay.
422 400.
Okay.
My name
The
is Duminder.
Okay, Dr. Duminda, we will contact you
Okay.
separately because we need to know more details about that, and also then we will be able to help you.
Okay. Thank you.
Because we might need some time also. So
Ah,
after that, after getting your requirement, then
right.
probably we will be able to help you to develop your own tool for that.
Yeah.
Or whatever the way, we will help you. So yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there any other problem? Okay, thank you very much for everyone. Sorry
Thank you.
for taking too
Thank
much
you.
time.
Thank you. Good night. Good
Good
night.
night. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.